Breakfast Show Expresso. We're live on SABC3 on this Mandela Day. Now, life is really fast-paced, and most of the time, well, we choose shortcuts and even sometimes settle for convenience. Well, Leigh-Anne is ready to find out whether convenience can also be good for you.
When it comes to planning midweek meals, most people do what I just did, decide what's for dinner in the aisle of our local supermarket. But with life being so fast-paced, convenience is key. But I often ask myself, are we compromising on goodness in the process? To find the balance between good nutrition and convenience, Knorr hosted a Flavourful goodness experience in the mother city and invited leading food journalists and bloggers. How much salt do you think South Africans consume daily?
I think a lot, probably anything between 50 grams and 100.
Between 5 and 10,000 milligrams of sodium a day.
Oh dear, I don't know, but I'm sure it's a lot of salt.
I'm not sure of exact numbers, but way too much.
The allowed maximum intake is 5 grams of salt a day. South Africans eat more than double that. An easy way to reduce intake is to replace salt with Knorr flavouring. Hi, Wendy. How are you?
Good. Hi, Leigh-Anne. Nice to meet you.
So good to see you. Wendy, I heard that you are the brains behind all of the delicious recipes that end up on thousands of tables across South Africa. Tell me, what are your tips for feeding the family fast?
Leigh-Anne, I think it's all about embracing the wonderful innovations and products that Knorr bring to you. For example, our Knorr cooking bags help you to create tender, juicy chicken in minutes, as do our dry cooking sauces and our Knorr stock pots. They add delicious flavour to any dish that you want to create. And then lastly, Leigh-Anne, I think it's also about making use of our weekly meal planners that we send you, and in that way you can create your shopping list on the weekend and buy everything you need that help to create meals that are lower in energy, lower in salt, and good for your family.
Guests had the chance to cook Chef Wendy's recipes. They worked in teams of 1 nutritional expert, plus 1 food editor and 1 blogger. Do you crave culinary inspiration? Follow What's for Dinner on Facebook. Many of the journalists here today have some reservations about using shortcuts to getting dinner on the table. Can you ease their conscience?
I think that people feel guilty because it's a shortcut, just intrinsically the shortcut, has a negative connotation with it. I think the comparison between ready-made meals or getting takeaway versus cooking at home, the products that help you deliver, flavour some food quickly, keep the family happy is an important one, and if we can offer solutions for that and get people sitting around a table more, get moms back in the kitchen, we all lead such rushed lives these days, and that's the stress that moms and families are trying to deal with. And if you look at the perspective of ready-made meals or takeaways compared to home-cooked meals, that's always going to be better. But scratch cooking takes time, so you need convenient products that can deliver flavour to meals at home that families will love. That you don't feel guilty about, and I think that's what today's about.
I think everyone's got a rushed lifestyle today, so one of the things we really want to look at is firstly look at seasonal ingredients when you go in store, so then you're actually taking cost into consideration. Remember, when you actually look at also seasonal ingredients, increase your intake of vegetables in particular. We do lack on that. And when you're doing seasoning, etc., just remember with the seasoning that a lot of seasoning contains a lot of salt, so be very careful about how much you add. Try to veer away from salt. Add things like seasonings, like herbs and spices as well. Adding that in, you're immediately looking at lowering your salt intake, which is great news. And for those of us that are busy, cook for 2 nights in a row. Nothing wrong there, especially when it comes to vegetables. And you can use raw today, tomorrow you can have cooked. That's a good way to start improving on your meal plan and supper times for the family.
Guests sat down to share all they've cooked. The chicken, grape and pecan salad, as well as the honey-roasted root vegetable salad, stole the show. All were armed with an overabundance of new info and fresh ideas. Would you recommend Knorr products as a way to add flavour as part of a healthy meal?
Yeah. People are looking for something quick and easy, and we know that if we can actually with confidence take something off the shelf that's better for us, then we're doing a good job for ourselves and our families.
Do you think that your readers would add Knorr products as a part of a healthy diet?
I think most people would use it, and I think most food people would use it, definitely.
To make meal times more interesting, more fun and even more delicious, all in the shortest time possible, moms, food lovers and home cooks know where to turn. I feel so much better about what I put in my grocery bags a little earlier on. Now I know that convenience doesn't necessarily mean compromising on goodness.